detected.
Hey guys, how's it going today? Just wanted to do a quick run through on a build that I've been running, trying out. It seems to be doing pretty well so far. So yeah, let's get into the build. This is a status effect build. It's centered around just putting a lot of pain down, all skill tiers. So start with the guns. Oh, first off, with the we're using the Survivalist Specialist. You get a bunch of perks for damaging enemies with status effects, plus it carries these awesome incendiary grenades which you can use plentifully on the build. So that's the specialist that I'm running there. For my sidearm, I got the Survivalist D50. It can be used if you make people bleed, but in here my primary weapon that I'm using is Everlasting Gaze with Perfect Perpetuation. Headshots grant 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect that you apply. Secondary, I've got the Surge. This could really probably be swapped out for lots of different things, but that Perfect Spike is good. Headshots grant 25% skill damage for 8 seconds. It can be hard to proc that over and over again with a rifle, but if you spam it enough, you'll get it. The build itself then has some options on it. So I'm using the Acosta Go bag. Skill damage, skill haste, skill tier. I need to find a better mod to put in this, but ideally I'd like skill haste mod slipped in that slot. The talent on that, throwing a grenade refunds it and grants 1 skill tier for 15 seconds. Grants overcharge if already at 6. So plus you get the ability with 2 in the bag to carry extra armor, extra grenades, extra ammo, and you have buffed status effects. Now the handy thing with this right now is you don't really actually have to damage an enemy with that grenade. As long as you're throwing out grenades, you're going to proc that overcharge over and over again. Now the build itself then, it can be a combination of a number of things. You don't have to have Wyvern and Hanayu and Murakami all in the slots that I show here. You can move them around, but what you should be looking for is a 2 or 3-piece Wyvern. If you don't go with the 3-piece Wyvern, that's where the Murakami comes in because of the skill duration. And then 2 pieces of Hanayu for skill haste and skill damage. So, the mask. This is my first piece of Wyvernware. 10% skill damage, 10.8 skill haste. I need a good skill haste mod to go in there, plus skill tier. And then the brand set bonus off that is skill damage. On the chest, I'm using my second piece of Wyvernware. That gives the brand set bonus of 10% status effects. I'd love to have a better chest piece than this, but you're looking for skill haste, skill damage. Got a skill haste mod on there. In this case, I'm using glass cannon. All damage dealt is amplified by 25%. Now you're already squishy. You can see that my armor here is at 666k. Lucky number there, right? But all damage that I take is amplified by 50%. So you got to be really wary with that. Some other ones that you could maybe incorporate. If someone is running a pulse, you could use Spotter. Another good one in that slot would be Mad Bomber. You could use Mad Bomber. I don't think I have that in here. um, for the increased radius on grenades, etc. So that would be a good one too. My holster, first piece of Hannah U. Now this here gives a brand set of 10% skill haste. It's got a skill tier, max status effects, and max skill damage. Some of these pieces you can craft, so don't forget that. I got lucky on this one with the crafting bench. If you don't have Hannah U here, you could use an improvised holster. That is a craftable item. It gives you the extra skill haste mod slot, so it's just something to think about. For the gloves, I'm running my second piece of Hannah U. That will have a brand set bonus of 10% skill damage. It comes with a skill tier, skill haste, and status effects on the build. And then for the knees, I just picked up a good pair of knees that I'm going to swap out with this. But you'll either use Murakami or your third piece of Wyvern wear because you want that 20% skill duration. So the knees that I have been using that you will see that you saw in the video clip had status effects and skill damage. I did just pick these up. They've got skill haste on them, and I'm going to try them out, see if maybe I can't, which is better, skill damage or status effects, but we'll give it a shot. Otherwise, I'm looking for a better set of knees there. Now for the skills, the Chem Launcher, I'm using the Oxidizer Chem. It comes with 7 ammo, cooldown per round, 15 seconds, trying to drive that down more with some skill haste. The radius, almost 4 meters. The duration, just a little over 13 seconds. And the damage off of that is 147,000. So that's at skill tier 6. If you put it into overcharge with a grenade, you're going to get bigger radius, longer duration, and boosted damage. So it is a good idea to be throwing those grenades as you can, proccing that. For the mods on this, I'm missing a damage mod. I'm looking for one of those yet, but you'd want a damage mod in the agitator slot. And then over here I've got +1 ammo. Now for my second skill, this is actually really, you can use a lot of things here. I use the Stinger Hive. It hits hard. I've used this Explosive Seeker Mine. It also hits super hard. The damage on that, 3 million almost. So, and it's got a fairly quick cooldown. Again, I got to drive that down with some skill haste, but big damage. Or something I was playing with in the video clip you saw earlier is the Shock Trap. Throws out 16 traps. Duration of the shock is almost 12 seconds long, and the duration of the trap itself is almost 38 seconds. So it hits really hard, stops people in their tracks. You can then focus fire, do what you need to do there. So you've really got a lot you can play with there. Another one that may be good that I haven't tried out yet is either the burn or the explosion sticky bomb. More status effects. Look at the damage on either of those, right around 4 million damage. So that's one that could be used. But yeah, you've got a lot of options you can play with there for your secondary skill. Pretty much that's it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. You guys take care. Catch you next time.